Today, I would like to share with you the importance of introspection. We are living in a busy and buzzy world where we don't have time for oneself, neither we are able to give time for others. If you want to experience well-being and harmony, health and happiness in you, then start practicing in your life. As soon as get up in the morning, get up with a sense of awe and wonder. Relish and cherish the gift of life that God has given you. I am reminded of a story where Raju and Ramu were woodcutters. They used to go every day at the same time and come back at the same time. But at the end of the day, the quantity of wood that Raju cuts used to be more. Days and months passed. Ramu used to wonder, how is it possible that he could cut more wood than myself? Finally, he asked Raju, what is the secret of his cutting? Raju replied, that's true, that we come together and go together, but time to time I sharpen my axe. Time to time I sharpen my axe. That is the secret of my success. We are carried by the cares of this world, and we have lost the sense of sin today. At times, our conscience is dead, and that's the reason today the criminals are increasing in our country. Why our country is rated very corrupt in all aspects? Is it due to very scandalous corruption at various degrees almost in all departments? Hundreds of sexual harassments, steep hike in juvenile delinquency, degradation in moral values, male chauvinism, increasing number of orphanages, home for the destitutes, rapists, suicidal cases and divorces. Can you imagine even very elderly men raping very innocent children? At the end of the day, if each one would have taken time to be with oneself, they might not have landed in the prison, and there is a greater chance to reduce criminals in our country. To have a happy life, we need to check ourselves. In other words, we need to examine ourselves. Socrates says, an unexamined life is not worth living. An unexamined life is not worth living. So, before retire to bed, take few minutes to be with yourself. I'll just teach you the 5 steps. The first step, ask the grace of God to see the day as He would see it. The second step, close your eyes and pick and choose randomly for which you would like to be grateful to God. Thank God for the entire event which were pleasant and unpleasant. The third step, look at the whole day and become aware of enough movements and their orientation, positive or negative, and ask a few helpful questions on the personal level. Today, what touched me, what struck me, what inspired me, what challenged me, or what disturbed me? Where did I meet God today? How did I handle fear, anger, discouragement, hurt, frustration, and boredom? Did I feel moved to go out of myself towards others, especially the sick, the poor, the rejected, and the lonely? How was I affected by the signs of the time and the happenings in today's world? How did I relate with my family members, partners, children and neighbors? Are God's values influencing in my life? Am I spirit-led or self-led? In what ways have I tried to communicate God to others or share with them? Is there an abiding sense of peace and joy in myself in spite of daily ups and downs? What are the dominant emotions of movement in me just now? Many of these questions touch our affectivity, a basic questions for a discerning person to discover its orientation. The fourth step, relish and cherish for being the child of God. We feel sorry for our failures, limitation, and for our tendencies to move in a negative direction away from love and life, away from others and God. We know that He is there, ever ready to forgive us, and that God always welcomes the sinner who desires to start again. This brings us a sense of deep joy and peace. The fifth step, as we learn from the day's experience, we see more clearly the way we ought to go, and we list some which will help to counteract our negative tendencies. At the same time, we realize how weak and inconsistent we are, and put our full trust in the Lord's mercy and strength to remain as true child of God. Since each day is different with new happenings and experiences, this exercise will not become a routine but a privileged time when we personally encounter God. It is an excellent means to practice daily discernment and to make it more and more a way of life. Through this exercise, we learn to be more attuned to the Spirit and to find God in all things, in all the daily details of our life. We will end this exercise in optimism. We end in trusting never-ending love of God. Let me also share with you the benefits of it. This exercise is an awareness exercise and a powerful means to grow in daily discernment, and awareness is created to become aware of the presence of God within. Helps us to grow fully in wisdom and grace. Helps us to take responsibility for oneself, to bring everything before the Lord each day so that His grace will rapidly transform us. It is an experience of faith which involves an experience of confrontation and renewal to deepen oneself. By looking at the way we respond to the different happenings and situations of the day will help us to discover our inner orientation towards good or towards evil. It shows what is to be encouraged and fostered within oneself and what is to be dropped or modified, which brings ongoing growth and freedom. It helps us to change a particular feature or defect in our behaviors and to focus on positive side in order to live a pure life, and helps us to overcome our shortcomings and weaknesses. Dear friends, every day take time to be with yourself and discover yourself and live a life of worthy and pleasing to God. Wish you all the best. Thank you, and may God bless you.